everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and today we are doing a book review, and I just want to thank you for watching my book reviews because I love doing them so much. And today's is so special because this is not just going to be a one video review. I'm going to review this book by chapter. Okay, and the book I'm talking about is right here by David Goggins, and it's called Can't Hurt Me. And this book is so life-changing that I really wanted to go through the chapters because at the end of every chapter, he has a challenge. And I don't know about you guys, but we're coming to the end of the year, and we all like to do those New Year's resolutions, but I was thinking, you know what, I'm starting now because the new year comes and goes, and then by the end of January you forget. And I was like, just start now. There are things that I want to hold myself accountable to. And part of the problem with goals and what ambition and whether it's business or fitness or anything he talks about is like being truthful with yourself. So for so long, like, we've been told to just give ourselves a pat on the back for everything. And he goes about it all different. So today we're going to talk about chapter 1. And I love chapter 1 so much because his story is incredible. And if he can do what he's done, then we can. That's all I can tell you. And I'm not going to tell you too much about the book, like about his story, because I really want you to go read it for yourself. I have the Kindle, I have the audiobook. Oh, thank you, phone. And you need both because the audiobook he has a ghostwriter, and him and the ghostwriter have a conversation. Like, the ghostwriter will read the chapter, and then after the chapter's over they talk about it. And if you're reading the book, you're not getting that, so you're really missing out. So I know it's a lot of money sometimes, but I'm telling you, if you can only pick one, get the audiobook. But I got both because I wanted to see the pictures and I wanted to see these challenges. Okay, so today chapter 1 is called I Should Have Been a Statistic. Now, and you hear about why he thinks that, and I kind of think that too. And I think everybody has that excuse. When you look back on your life, and whether it's your childhood or something that happened to you as an adult, you think, well, I could have made a different decision that would have gone really bad for me and just have been a statistic. And so I think about that. I think about the fact that out of all the things that have happened to me, any one of them, you could just have been a statistic. You could have just gone off the deep end, done drugs and alcohol, and and died, basically. And you can go into drug and alcohol abuse over anything. So or depression, or I have had anxiety. I have lots of anxiety. Like the second floor of the Lehigh Valley Mall. The second floor of the Lehigh Valley Mall shakes, and I can feel it, and I hate it, and so I stay away. So any stores that are up there, sorry, they just don't happen unless they're by steps, because then I'll go up the steps, go to the store, come back down. It's an issue. You know what? Maybe I should work on that in the new year. Maybe I should work on taking bigger steps down the Lehigh Valley Mall. See how far I can go without freaking out and then going back downstairs. I don't know. Height is an issue. I don't know how to do that. Maybe he would tell me. Maybe this book as I go. I'm only at chapter 2. So maybe he'll tell me, because that would be awesome. Because my kids mock me for it all the time, and it's really sad and annoying. But anyway, let's do this. Let's do challenge number 1, and we're going to do it together. And I'm going to be as open as I can because he was open, and if I can be open, you can be open. Okay? That's the thing. Be honest. Be open. Don't, anything that's happened to us, you have no reason to be shamed about. Any shame you feel is stupid, for lack of a better word. Okay? Get past it. Everybody's had something. Everybody's had junk. Especially, I'm 54. Okay, I've had junk. But be honest. Be honest about what has happened to you. So, and I'm talking about to you, not things you did necessarily. These are things that happened to you, out of your control, and could have made you go down a different path. Okay, so I'm gonna I have 7 things right now. Okay, Okay, I'm sure I can add more, but these I feel like are top. Okay, so, and these are some of them are, really tough to say out loud, but I'm going to because he did. And if he can tell his stuff, I can tell my stuff, right? And if it helps anybody, that's all that matters because I'm really not attached to any of this anymore. I've grown past it, okay? So, number one, I was abused by my father from the age of 2 to 18. Um, very severely physically, but more than physically, mentally. And my first memory is being abused by him when I was in my crib. That's just a fact. It took me a long time to be able to say that out loud, to be able to face that memory and realize it wasn't a dream, but that it was true because I could remember where furniture was. And when I actually confronted my mom about it, I was right. So I knew I didn't dream it. But that's something I've had to live with. And he died when I was 23. And here I am 54, and I'm sort of past most of it, okay? Number two, both my parents were drug addicts and alcoholics, to the point of like, I don't think it was normal. I do think that a lot of people in school had parents that drank, but my parents did drugs, prescription, and illegal. And when I was in eighth grade, my dad had me get high with him. He gave me marijuana. He gave me paraphernalia for birthday and Christmas presents. I would get bowls. I didn't even think it was weird. And it's interesting because I remember I was dating, whatever you want to call it, dating a guy in high school. And I remember telling him, because I was like bragging. I was like, yeah, I can get pot whenever. My dad just hands it to me. All I have to do is tell him I need some. And, I get a bowl for my birthday. And he just looked at me and was like, that's weird. I'm like, oh. That was the first time I ever thought it was weird. How weird is that? I thought he was cool. I was like, oh, so it's not good. And then it took way older to realize how not good, like having an eighth grader as a child and being like, would I ever have done that? No. So both my parents, so my dad died when he was 43. My mom died when she was 63. She died as a direct result of alcoholism. She was addicted to prescription drugs her whole life. Her whole adult life. My dad was addicted to all kinds of prescription drugs. So, drugs were around. And you know what? I don't do any drugs and I don't drink for that exact reason. And it doesn't appeal to me at all. I really, really just don't like it anymore. So, number 3, that was kind of long. Sorry. I was pregnant twice in high school. Before I graduated from high school, I had 2 pregnancies. The first one, I got pregnant at the end of my 11th grade year. I was going to get an abortion, and I lost the baby. That was in July before my senior year. And then in October of my senior year, so not very many months later, I got pregnant again. Same guy, ended up marrying him, so he was my first husband. But I did get an abortion because he was only in 11th grade and I was a senior. I would have been graduated, but it seemed so unfair to do to him and his family. And then it was a mess, really. It was just a mess. And you know what? I suffered a lot. And who knows, my anxiety today could be from a lot of all that garbage, right? So, number 3. Number 4, so I married my high school sweetheart, and when I was 21, and I got pregnant right away, and before I even got pregnant, but then during my pregnancy, he cheated on me continuously, really continuously, basically, and then I had another son with him, and then I had a daughter, and I left, and after I left, number 5 happened. He completely abandoned us. So at the age of 29, I had 3 children. I was alone. No child support, working, it was bad. But anyway, which leads us to number 6. I got pregnant again. Do you see the pattern in my life? Like, seriously. So I got pregnant out of wedlock again. Didn't have an abortion. Had my daughter. But now I was a single mom of 4. Okay, so I go, like, I just can't seem to get out of my own way, right? But then I did marry the man, and I had 2 more children. That's how I ended up with 6 children. And which leads to number 7, because I got divorced again. And I swore I wasn't going to get divorced again. I swore that no matter what happened, I was not going to get divorced again. Things happened, and and it happened again. So, and there I was at 47. My mom died. I got divorced, and I was a single mom of 3 children again. so, so any one of those things could have been a statistic, but there was something in me that kept me going. I don't know what it was. I'm going to read more of this book but he wanted to just write down the shit that happened, okay? And it's not like it happened to me that I had no say, right? I mean, some of the stuff I obviously had say in. I wasn't raped, except for by my father. But I mean, by the other guys, I certainly was a willing participant, and things happened, but, things happened. And any one of those things, I could have, gone right into drugs and alcohol, since I watched my parents do that. But it actually sent me the other way. So it was obviously a very good thing for me. So everyone, I think I've talked long enough. Let's see. I have talked, I don't even know how long. Anyway, too long. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit like if you did. We will be going on to chapter 2. Have a great day, everyone.